everybody. This is Mickey Clayton, the coach, and I'm here with another episode of the Claflin Athletics Show. And with us today, we have the Vice President of Institutional Advancement at Claflin University, the Veronica Cohen. Welcome back, Ms. Cohen.
Thank you, Mickey. It's great to be back for the second time this season. I love chatting with you about the Claflin University, which is awesome. It's so exciting. We have so many different things going on. So I'm excited to be here with you today.
Oh, I appreciate it. And you always give everybody some added information and get us updated with the numerous things that you have going on. What do you have going on now?
Oh my goodness. You ready for all of this?
Uh-oh, I don't know. I better get ready.
Well, on Saturday, we had the Ecumenical Day of Prayer breakfast. It's a part of our partnership with UNCF. And we have this breakfast every year. And it was spearheaded by one of our staff member, Vivian Lingard, who is represent like the churches and the United Methodist. That's her area and potential donors to give to the school. So she spearheaded the breakfast for Saturday morning. It was in the student center. We had about 230 folks that attended.
Wow.
And right now we're still raising funds, and we've raised about 33,000 thus far, which is really awesome. And as far as I know, this is the most that we have raised in a while. So Ms. Reverend Lingard did a great job in soliciting, getting folks to come to the event. And the UNCF, of course, they support schools in giving funds for scholarship for our students. So it was a really great program with the different pastors from the community, as well as supporters of Claflin University. We even had our pre-alumni president, because the pre-alumni is a part of UNCF. So we had the pre-alumni president. She was on the program as well. So it was a really good program.
Do we know the pre-alum president?
Oh, yes. Her name is Janasia Bracy, and Janasia is a part of the Honors College. Janasia will be graduating in May, and Janasia is a political science major, and I am the advisor of the Pre-Alumni Council as well. And right now for the Pre-Alumni Council, we are preparing for the National UNCF Pre-Alumni Conference in February that will be held in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, in the barbecue capital.
Yes. And the students are so excited to attend. So we have a fundraiser for everything, of course. So we have a fundraiser in place for the Pre-Alumni Council as well to help to raise funds to send the students to Memphis. We have 27 members of the Pre-Alumni Council, which is a very large amount of students that are volunteering, doing different things with the community. About 2 Sundays ago, they had a pajama party, or whatever you call it, at one of the nursing homes here in Orangeburg. And the folks fell in love with them. So they will be going back, and they're going to have a trunk or treat at one of the elementary schools here in Orangeburg. That's not confirmed yet, but they're working on it. So they have a lot of different activities that's going on, working with the community. So I am so pleased with them, and they're really doing a great job as students and being a part of this community, and actually representing Claflin University very well as a Pre-Alumni Council.
Well, your students, once you get them involved, they really are involved. They're exemplary in terms of how they bring so much energy and excitement. And whose idea was it to come up with the pajama party and to have it where they had it? That's just
It was Actually, it was one of the students.
Okay.
I believe it was Jayla. I can't remember Jayla's last name, but Jayla is the fundraising committee chair. And they know a lot of people within the community as well. So they've connected really well with Orangeburg and finding out different things that's needed. So when she brought the idea to the members, they were excited about it. And they did the arts and craft and made bracelets and different things for the members of that community. So they were really excited about it. So it was the members, and they go around the members and they find out different activities and things that are going on in the community so that the Bree Alumni Council can become involved with it.
Wow, that's really exciting right there. And
Hmm.
the last time you were here, I think it was the young alumni. You had them on, and tell us a little bit what's happened with them since that last meeting. That man, we got a lot of responses in terms of social media about that rising star.
Well, listen, so the Young Alumni Council, they had their first membership meeting on October the 10th. I don't have any summary about that meeting, but I know we had like 154 young alums that were interested in joining the Young Alumni Council. So
Mhm.
this is absolutely phenomenal. We're also having a membership drive for the young alums to become members of the Young Alumni Council doing homecoming at the Yard Fest. And of course, the first signature event for the Young Alumni Council was recommended by the president, because you know the president's baby is the outstanding leaders of under 40. So this is their signature event, and I'm working with them so we can put this extravagant event together, which will start for them homecoming on that Thursday, which is November the 21st. To purchase a table is $1,750 for 10. Individual tickets are $175. And each one of the 40 nominees, they're doing fundraising as well. And at the end of the night, we want to present Dr. Womack with a check from the Young Alumni Council because of, just how he is with them, his enthusiasm. He supports them 100% because he wants the Young Alumni Council to be very successful. And by him supporting them like that, it's phenomenal. And I believe the event's going to be very successful, as well as the Young Alumni Council. So right now, when you start an organization is strong as this, you have to get your foundation basically solid. So what they were working on, like policies, procedures, each one of the executive committee understanding what their responsibilities are and how to move forward with making sure that they understand what they're supposed to do. So along with that, we're putting together the Outstanding Leaders Under 40 event for the November 21st. So that's going to be fun. And the Pre-Alumni Council is actually working with them. They will be hostesses, seating our guests. So they will be engaged and connected and exposed to what the Young Alumni Council is doing. So, yes.
Wow, that's really exciting there. And see, Dr. Womack has a special place in his heart for the youth. And it's just really exceptional that is how his spirit leads him, because that's not prevalent on every HBCU campus. It should be, but it's not.
It isn't. And we had the first meeting with the Young Alumni Council in their executive committee the end of June. So I had asked the president to come, just to say hi, to speak to them, show his support. He came, he stayed. They were so excited. I'm like, okay, now, how am I going to get them back to seriousness?
Mhm.
Dr. Womack, you got to leave. He's just laughing. We're just taking pictures. Dr. Durant came in because, of course, they know Dr. Durant. They were excited, taking pictures, talking to these absolutely great uh, president and cabinet of the university. I remember when we did this, and with the president's support, and the president charged them at that time to be responsible to work with us on putting on the Outstanding Leaders of 40 awards. So, with him being that supportive of what they're doing and how we are growing the young alumni, it's absolutely great. Even with the pre alumni council, we had the Eastern Regional Conference here. It was supposed to be on campus, but they changed it to virtual. But the president agreed to do the welcome from Claflin. So, he is really all involved with these young kids. And that's what I love about him. And that's what makes us, to me, that's what makes us great, really.
And see, he is so talented. He reminds me of a young version of Dr. Frederick Humphreys at Florida A&M University, where Dr.
Mm.
Humphreys was so oriented with students, but you could watch him change his hat from students to faculty to corporate America in a matter of seconds. And having been able to watch Dr. Wormack, he has that innate ability to be able to do that as well. He just ties all of it together for the good of Claflin University.
A good president is a chameleon, and they have to be. Absolutely. So, yeah. So he is supportive of all of this. And I'm just praying that it's going to be successful, because anytime that you put the work in, the foundation, and you put in what is needed to for that event to be successful, you will be successful. And so that's what we're doing.
And anything that the president is connected with has to have that special university touch.
Yes, it does. It does. And it's going to be so great when we present him this check. Because I don't know if he's aware of it, but I hope he's going to be surprised and very content and really proud of the Young Alumni Council, because they are working very diligently to make sure that we meet our goals.
Well, with homecoming quickly getting ready to show up in the Panthers' den, what do you have planned in addition to that for homecoming?
Okay, so look, homecoming is going to be super cool. So that Thursday, of course, there's a homecoming alumni concert. It's going to be at the First Presbyterian Church here in Orangeburg. That starts at 7. The same time, actually, the Young Alumni Council Outstanding 40 Under 40 starts. That Friday, November 22nd, will be the Presidential Scholarship Gala that starts at 7. That will be in the Student Center. To buy a table is $3,000. Individual tickets are $300. That Presidential Scholarship Gala, we raise funds for scholarships for our students. So it's very, very important to support everything, but anything that has students attached to it is really important to support. That night, we have what we call the Claflin University Wind Down, featuring Live in the Flesh. That's the local band that will play. And what we do, that price is $50. So what we do at the wind down, after folks go to the gala and they have been visiting with friends, it's another venue that you can come as an alum, see your friends, dance, talk about old things, talk about Claflin University. Classes in reunion, and we're going to have a group photo and of fraternities and sororities at 11 o'clock at the Student Center on campus. Also, the Panther Den and tailgate experience. Mickey, have you been to the tailgating at Claflin?
Oh, out there in that parking lot in the gym?
Yes.
Get lost in there. You won't never get inside to the game with all that you have going on in there.
No,
Oh my God.
listen, all of that food, all of the fun, and it's like, have you ever been to New York and just sat and people watch?
Right, I have.
This is a great place to get you a chair underneath one of those tents and just watch. It's amazing. So that's from, we call it the Panther Den and Tailgate Experience, and that's from 12 to 3. Um, but we have what we call the President Alumni Chapter Tours, and we do those all through the year, the fiscal year. So we've had one in New York, Texas, Columbia, the upstate, Greenville. Um, we're getting ready to have one here in Orangeburg. So at those particular, and we've been to Philadelphia. So what it is, the president is doing like a presentation, and he's talking about the updates and everything that's going on at Claflin. We have alums there that get an opportunity to ask the president questions. And what this does is part of the engagement, engaging your alums.
Mhm.
And, sometimes it's good to email, send letters, but it's so much better in person when these alums have an opportunity to actually talk to the president, touch his hand, have a conversation. And it helps with engagement and getting those alums connected to Claflin University. So we did have one earlier this year in Philadelphia, and the next one we'll have will be right at home, the Orangeburg Alumni Chapter. So yes, we have meetings with them usually all the time.
So do you do any student recruitment during this time?
We did recruitment. It depends on where we go. The admissions office will be there and set up. When we have the Claflin University uh, International Alumni Association meeting, we had a table. We invited students that were already admitted to Claflin and potential students to come and talk with alums as well as the president. Usually when we do the president alumni chapter tours, we have two students from that area that will come and speak with the alums. We also invite students, potential students, and students who have been admitted to the university to come and meet alums as well as the president. And sometimes they invite their parents will come, and it's just a beautiful thing. It actually is.
Wow, that really sounds exciting. And each time I talk to you, I feel the energy and the excitement in terms of what you do. And again, you just seem like you really love what you do.
I do. And you know why? Because I love these students. Um, One girl, I usually go to this place to get breakfast, usually every morning. And she
Mhm.
said, Ma'am, you dress up every day. I said, Yes, because I'm a role model. I'm
Mhm.
a role model for my students, and they need to see how you professionally, how you carry yourself in a business environment.
Mhm.
And it's important to do that, to display professionalism, because at some schools I've been, and I meet students and they're not ready and they're not prepared. They will go out any kind of way with those little head bonnets on the head, the
Mhm.
little bedroom slippers on the shoes. I
Mhm.
mean, no, stop.
Mhm.
You don't want that. You don't even want that walking around campus going to class. And if they come to my office but they know better, Mickey.
I'm
They don't
sure
come
they
to my
do.
office looking like that. They know better. But yeah, it's important. I love these kids. I love to see how they develop once they leave Claflin, and the love and the knowledge that we have poured into them, and what they have become. It's a beautiful thing. It's like being a proud parent. It actually is.
The nurturing you give, the
Hmm.
campus gives them, and I keep trying to tell people it's not like this everywhere. It's not like this.
Mm-mm. No, it isn't. It isn't, because I've worked at some schools and I've worked at many schools, PWIs as well as HBCUs.
Mhm.
And I have met like staff administrators that really, they don't care anything about the students.
Mhm.
And it's a lack of commitment and a lack of just a desire, or what's in them to give back to these kids, because our kids need a lot, because some of our kids haven't been exposed to anything.
Mhm.
And just to expose them to who you are and what you have done in life, and to your culture and to your being, sometimes it's good enough, and they will learn from that.
It almost becomes what it is, which is your personal ministry, and not
Mhm.
everybody understands that. And we're talking about something that I don't think everybody understands. It's not like this everywhere. And I each time I talk and speak to Claflin, I leave more and more impressed and more proud of what you're doing in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I was talking to the pre-alumni, to the president and vice president the other day. So I asked them if you've ever been to such in Charleston, because Charleston's very historic
Okay.
and has a lot of things that you can engage in and see. And so what I'm going to do at the end of the year, I'm having like a celebration for the pre-alum, for the students. I'm gonna give awards out to the best volunteer, the best this, the best that. I thought about, it would be great to take them to Charleston and have that celebration and just do a little bit of sightseeing. Maybe take them to the new African American Museum, the Avery Institute, all these different things that maybe they're heard about, but they don't really know much about them, and expose them to those kind of things. Now, do you know that in South Carolina, there's an island called Watermelon, South Carolina, and it's the only tea plant in the United States. And any of the tea bags or tea that's made in the United States comes directly from there.
Hmm. No, I didn't know that.
Hmm. You can go and you can tour, and it's a nice little place to see.
Hmm.
So yeah. Hmm.
Wow. Once again, you continue to educate us on South Carolina and Claflin and all the historical information that we get that I know you give to your students.
Hmm. Even there's a winery on John's Island. You know,
Oh,
we have wineries here.
I was not aware. And when I heard you talk about the wind down during homecoming, I didn't know if that was wind, WIND, or WINE. I wasn't sure which way it was.
We call it WINE, but you know it's the wine down. Just But that's what we call it, just calm, be relaxed.
And as normal, as usual, we can always extend and go on and on in these episodes. And I appreciate you taking the time once again to enlighten everybody and give them something new about Claflin University that they did not know before.
Mickey, thank you so much for allowing me to express the beautiful things about our president, our young alums, our pre-alumni, even just alumni, period, and what we do here at Claflin and how we just excel. We do because of who we are. So, and I thank you for allowing me to share this information. So next time I got something even better.
Uh-oh, I'm not even going to ask. I'll wait and see what we have. And I'll probably see you in a few weeks during homecoming.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait to see you. Yay.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. Cohen, once again for being who you are. And we appreciate you being on this episode of the Claflin Athletics Show.
Thank you, Mickey. Talk to you soon.
Very soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.